bottom
let me
line
put
should
that
have been,
question
give
to
out the
Sanjay
papers and show how you have not
Hegde. This
committed
is
that
to
crime.
do with
Instead
your
of that, you will run
response
down
on
the BJP and you will run down the agency.
private citizens or anybody from the opposition filing a complaint. If you think that anybody in the BJP or in the government, Sanjay Hegde, is corrupt, you think the ED is not doing its job properly, Nalin Kohli challenges you to file a complaint in the SCO in any court and act on that complaint like Subramaniam Swamy did so often, virtually forcing the agency into a particular direction, even though at that time the agency didn't want to go. What's stopping members of the opposition and members of civil society who think the BJP or members of the BJP are corrupt from going and filing a private complaint?
Well, Rahul, firstly, please do not compare me to Subramanian Swamy. That I don't know whether it is a scheduled offense or not. But be that as it may, I am not concerned with the politics of it. I am concerned with the constitutional questions which the Supreme Court has answered today and upheld several parts of this of the Act itself. Somebody just now spoke about that 20 crore which was recovered in one case. Just let me illustrate for the benefit of your viewers what happened. The lady was somebody called Arpita Mukherjee. Now just let's assume that you or I happen to buy a property from Arpita Mukherjee 2-3 days before this thing came about. The ED would then say that these are proceeds of crime. Go on to attach that property. I would not have even a remedy of filing an appeal because the PMLA appellate tribunals are not yet constituted. Most of them are unmanned. What is essentially happening is that there is a very harsh law which has been today upheld constitutionally by the Supreme Court. Somebody said that the essence of tyranny is the ability to make a harsh law and to use it selectively against your enemies. So you should recollect, your viewers will recollect the recent Maharashtra case where many of the people who went off to Guwahati said, look, we have ED problems and this is one way of doing a Ganga Snan. I would not conflate today's judgment with any of today's politics. Please keep all the politics aside. What today's judgment has done has to make the ED from a clawed tiger to a tiger with fangs and which can be a man-eater at times. I really fear that we are descending into a police state.
Okay, let Pinky Anand respond. Man-eating tiger, India descending into a police state, a harsh law being used selectively, and the fact that the number of cases, which used to be about 220 odd in the early 2010, like just few years after that, now has gone up to 1,180. So there's a big jump in the number of cases being filed by the ED. Respond to all of what Sanjay Hegde just said. Pinky Anand. Pinky Anand. Give me a moment as I try and fix that connection with Pinky Anand. And let me in the meanwhile put that question to Karnal Singh. As a former director of the Enforcement Directorate, your response to the charge that ED could become a man-eating tiger, that India is becoming a police state, that a harsh law is being used selectively. How do you respond to what the likes of Sanjay Hegde are saying?
See, the first we have to understand why internationally money laundering is considered to be the offense which has to be dealt with. See, I'll give you an example. Suppose the two persons are going to do business. One with the proceeds of crime and one without the proceeds of crime. One has a white money. The person with the proceeds of crime, his intention is only to conceal the origin of the money he has obtained. So what he is ready to business at par or with the loss also, because his purpose is different. The person with the actual money, the white money, when he does the business, he certainly needs certain profit out of it. Otherwise, nobody will do the business. But when the products of both goes into the market, who wins? The person with the bad money wins. And therefore, it is not the people who are doing money laundering. They are getting benefited. By the process, what you are doing is the people who are good citizens of the country, they are going to be losing in their business activities. I can cite many examples, but it will take a lot of time why the money laundering is considered to be one of the most heinous offense against the society. It is not the offense against the individual, it is against the society, it is against the nation. And therefore, stringent laws are required to deal with it. The people are indulging in corruption, taking away the huge government money and putting into their businesses and corrupt practices. And this money is not going to the public for their benefit. And therefore, these people have to be dealt properly. What Supreme Court has done is it has 555 pages judgment, and they have examined each and every aspect of the legislation. They have gone in depth about all the sections.